Part 15. Come on, join us. Please like and subscribe, then relax and enjoy. The following Monday, 23rd January, Bonnie got lucky. She answered an advertisement for a waitress and got the job at Marco's Cafe, 702 Main Street at Market. Pure foods, quick service, popular prices, with courthouse, county jail, laws, and Billy's work just nigh. Now making steady money for the first time in her life, emulating Emma, Bonnie bought herself beautiful things. Nosy people would notice she was well dressed in a way they would snobbishly remark could not be accounted for by a waitress' salary. Roy was none too happy that Bonnie was working as a waitress. He disappeared without a word for a whole year. Bonnie vowed when Roy returned she'd send him away. She still loved Roy, but didn't need him any more, considering herself now separated and free to play. Bonnie now needed a bank account into which to save her pay. But a woman could not open a bank account in Bonnie's day, so Bonnie wrote her uncle Floyd Parker to open her an account. 'Twas a swell way to connect with her father's brother anyway. Sent him a studio photo of herself, all grown up, now to say. Floyd lived way out Burkburnett way. He dutifully opened Bonnie an account at his local bank, the First National Bank of Burkburnett, Texas, slipped the account's bank book in an envelope and mailed the bank book back to Bonnie. Marco's Cafe became Bonnie's happy place, run by the Macedonian Greek Marco restaurant family. They treated pretty little Bonnie like Helen of Troy, treated her like they would family. Bonnie blossomed in its mad, dizzy whirl. Sheriff held hood for his doughnut, a judge wanting a cigar, coffee, sugar, milk, pepper, salt, ketchup. What would you like, sir? Oysters? Here you are. Ringing it up on the till, nickels, dimes, quarters, cents. Oftentimes in the corner would sit Western Union messenger boy Hinton Ted, dreaming wet dreams of that cute, friendly waitress girl, too shy to banter with Bonnie like the other customers. To Bonnie, very politely, "Hi, please, thank you, and bye," he said. The courthouse bums played her for a mark, claimed to be penniless and starved, their sad eyes appealing to her impressionable sweet heart, that often on her own dime she fed them free, her paycheck thus often halved. But Bonnie didn't mind, said she just couldn't bear to see people go hungry, was so sweet-hearted and kind. The manager tried to get Bonnie to stop it. She slipped it through before he caught it, many a time. She felt pity, looking into their sad, lonely eyes. A poem she'd read had touched her, called The Hobo's Last Ride. She tried to share a little kindness, which they might remember in their last sighs. The Hobo's Last Ride. In the Dodge City yards of the Santa Fe stood a freight made up for the East. The engineer with his coal and oil was grooming his iron beast. While 10 cars back in the murky dust, a boxcar door swung wide, and a hobo lifted his pal inside to start on his last long ride. A lantern swung and the freight pulled out, the engine gathered speed, the engineer pulled the throttle wide and clucked to his iron steed. While 10 cars back in an empty box, the hobo rolled a pill, and a flaring match showed his partner's face, stark white and deathly still. The train wheels clicked on the coupling joints, the song for the rambler's ears, and a hobo talked to the still white form, his pal for many a year. For a mighty long time we've rambled, Jack, with the luck of men that roam, with the back door steps for a dining room, and the box-car for a home. We dodged the bulls on the eastern route, and the laws on the Chesapeake. We traveled the Leadville narrow gauge in the days of Cripple Creek. We drifted down through sunny Cal on the rails of the old SP. Of all you had, through good and bad, a half always belonged to me. You made me promise, Jack, if I lived and you cashed in, to take you back to the old graveyard and bury you there with your kin. You seemed to know I would keep my word, for you said that I was wise. Well, I'm keeping my promise to you, pal, 'cause I'm taking you home tonight. I hadn't the money to send you there, so I'm taking you back on the fly. It's the decent way for a beau to go, home to the by and by. I knew that fever had you, Jack, and that doctor just wouldn't come. He was too busy treating the wealthy folks to doctor a worn-out bum. As the train rolled over its ribbon of steel, straight through to the east it sped, the engineer in his high-cab seat kept his eyes on the rails ahead. While 10 cars back, in the empty box, the lonely hobo sighed for the days of old and his pal so cold, who was taking his last long ride. End of The Hobo's Last Ride. End of Part 15. Come on, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. The next part is coming soon.